Growing up in my little island of Mauritius, going to Sabbath school in my younger years with my mother, I used to watch those film clips of missionaries going in the islands of New Guinea from Australia and also to the islands of the Solomons. I never thought that one day those islands would become my world of ministry, and I would be able to see firsthand the wonders of God in those places. A few years ago, I was in the little island of Ambram that belongs to the Vanuatu group. I was invited there to speak at a youth congress for a week. It was a wonderful experience, and as we landed and all the young people were there marching in uniform to the place where the congress was going to take place, and arriving there, the elders of the village were here to greet us, and we needed permission to get on the land. But anyway, the congress started, and I noticed that there were plenty of young people in the audience. But there was something that surprised me. As I looked towards the back of the audience, there was a lot of elderly people there. I was surprised because, as I understand, they do not speak English. They speak the local language, Bishlama. But I said to myself, well, it's nice that although they do not understand, but they are there to support the young people. And so the ministry began. And they came faithfully every night to the program. But on the Friday night, as usual, as we make the appeal to respond to the message and to take a step to accepting Christ, I noticed that among the young people, there were a number of those elderly folks who came forward as well. So I turned around to my friend who is from Vanuatu, and I said, well, it's interesting that although the elderly people don't understand, they are still stepping forward in support of the young people. Then he turned around and said, Pastor, there's something you don't know. We should have told you right from the beginning when you started to preach. The elderly people came after your first program and asked us where you had learned their language. As it turned out, all week they had heard me speak in their own language, although I was speaking in English. It was a very moving moment for me. And I realized that the God who was at work, the powerful Spirit who was at work right on the day of Pentecost, was still doing His work in our modern times. And we give Him praise and we give Him glory for His continuing work in our lives and in the lives of people around our Pacific nations.